Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Arcadegeddon, which I'm pretty sure is a cooperative looter shooter, made by the people that made, Predator Proving Grounds, Hunting Grounds? The Predator game, and I believe the Friday the 13th game, which is kind of interesting. I've never played either of them, but this showed up on, I was just browsing the Epic Game Store to see if there's anything interesting, and it just had popped up. Apparently it was a surprise release. In conjunction with the PlayStation State of Play, whatever showcase that they had today, and they were just like, yeah, Arcadegeddon's out, in early access. So we're just gonna dive right in. It looks really stylish. Major props for the neon. Dang. Super City, the futuristic metropolitan home of, well, everything. A bustling hub of culture, commerce, and class warfare. Sitting pretty at the top of the food chain is your classic evil megacorporation Fun Co., aka The Man. A bunch of soulless leeches draining the arcade industry dry. Still, there are some who resist. Enter the gangs of Super City, who come from near and far. To Gilly's Arcade, last bastion of true gaming in a sea of corporate bloodsuckers and sellouts. This has some weird overtones. But the independent spirit of this gaming oasis can't fend off Fun Co. forever. Luckily, Gilly has a plan.
Up.
Or at least, I hope I do.
Get the idea.
Ah, you stuck up on me, Tombot. Put that brochure away, because I got grudges to settle. And revenge that needs revenging. Here it is, my finest game and the last I'll ever make. What should we call it, Tombot? I'm loving the art in the background. This game's got some Arcadegeddon.
Arcadegeddon.
I like it. Take a look at that fresh leaderboard. That's a sign of a game waiting to be played. Arcadegeddon's gonna bring the masses back to Gilly's and show Fun Co. they can't bully the little guy. Oh, what the hell? Something's not right. A glitch? No, I triple checked all the code. Tombot, run a diagnostics protocol. I'm gonna check under the hood. It's worse than I thought, a virus infecting the whole system and running its own simulations inside the game itself? But how? We only just booted it up. Damn it, my machine. Tombot, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Money-grubbing scum, if Fun Co. wants a war, I'll gladly call in the big guns. What do you mean the line was busy, Tombot? Forget it, I know someone else who we can call. Prepare to send this message. Hey, it's me, Uncle Gilly. Come quickly. I need your help. Stylish, I'm gonna turn off the voice acting though. The Simlish is kind of fun, but it's kind of meaningless. Okay, so I don't think I have much that I can switch to. Oh boy, I like big hair. Okay, enter Gilly's Arcade. I like this style of this. It's very... I want to say reboot, honestly. But very neon. It kind of reminds me of that No Straight Roads game that came out a while back. I didn't really dig that one too much. The gameplay was kind of rough, but I loved the visuals. Well, would you look at what the cat dragged in. Plugworth, you made it. Yeah, Uncle Gilly. Actually, it's just Plug now. That's got a nice ring to it. You know, everyone around town used to call me Gilly. Still do, but you get the idea. What do you think of the place? Not bad for only 36 years of blood, sweat, and an arm. Anyway, here's the stitch. That's short for sitch, not stitch. Situation. The other night I finally finished work on my latest game. I thought you were retiring. Game developers don't retire, kiddo. Sure, a scenic island getaway for a couple weeks would have been nice, but this arcade takes priority. You can imagine the disappointment on Mrs. Gilly's face when she heard I was back in the thick of it. Wait, you're married? Heck no! Why? Know anyone looking for 357 pounds of tattooed arcade genius? I was going to say art uncle genius. Anyway, remind me why you called? Here's the thing. FunFunCo has uploaded a virus into the code. Not only are they corrupting Arcadegeddon, but FFC has taken over the leaderboard. I think I can debug and isolate the threat, but I need you to buy me some time. The more people we get playing the game, the harder it will be for the virus to spread. That should be easy. This place is full of gamers. The best of the best. Thought you'd be surprised how tough it can be to win over people with a new game. Especially in this town where arcades rule supreme and the gangs don't take too kindly to us designers. But you're mother-flippin' Gilly, one of the greatest arcade game inventors of all time. Aw, Plug. You're making me blush, but kill the flattery, kid. There's work to do. What do you say you help me recalibrate the machine? Son of a bitch is still on the fritz. Okay. Great. Last thing I need is some punk getting vaporized when I digitize him. Wait, what? Don't worry, it's stable. For the most part. I'm 70% certain you'll be fine. 70? 75. You want to learn the ropes or not? You keep tinkering while I mull over the value of my life. I'm just going to roll without the tutorial. Or, no, I'm going to skip it, but I won't record it. Recording tutorials is hell. And I was right, the tutorial was awful. So unfortunately this does mean we're going to skip a little bit of the plot context of this. Mainly just because it ended up taking like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It was like a long intro period with like go through level once, but it's like super easy. And then you have a lady that just insults my shoes a bunch and then tells me she's not going to help me unless I do like a billion side quests for her. And I'm pretty sure it's completely meaningless and contrived anyway. Like, it's not like they help, they just give me tasks, which just lets me unlock more cosmetics. Like, as far as I can tell, the grind loop for this game is purely just do side quests for people, and that unlocks, you know, various outfit bits and maybe some other things. But it's not like you get to keep any of your weapons over the course of a run, and it's weird. This game's actually a roguelike. I didn't realize it. It's not the most interesting roguelike I've ever played, but it's functional and I like the weapons. I'll get more into that as we go along. I just wanted to preface why I skipped so much. Because otherwise this would have taken like half an hour for us to get anywhere, and that, I just don't want to do that. Yeah, there's a neat style to this, and now that I know this is... now that I know that this is a roguelike, my interest in it is at an all-time high, actually. Like, obviously roguelikes are kind of a dime a dozen, but cooperative roguelikes... a little less so. Okay, there we go. Wow, this thing is inaccurate as hell. I'll switch over to this unless I can find something else. Well, that's a sniper rifle. Phalanx. And the professional. Oh, it's a tracker. Let's, I liked the tracker on that last run, but let's try other things just for the sake of, you know, being interesting. I think this is also a tracking gun. There we go. Unfortunately, most of these guns are hot trash. We're looking for the better stuff. Maybe. Oh no, this pistol is the tracker. The professional is the sniper rifle. That's fine. I hate it when music has a siren in it. Throws me the heck off, largely just because I have trouble parsing it as music. Oftentimes I will just be like, oh, shoot, you know, there's an alarm in the game, what's going on? But not in this case. It's cute. I wish the melee had a little bit more heft to it. It kind of reminds me of Warframe's melee, where, yeah, you're swinging and it's doing damage, but, like, if I'm hitting somebody with a home run bat, I kind of really want the home run bat to actually feel like I'm home running a dude. Yeah, this pistol's got some range issues. Or range. Ammo issues. Obviously it doesn't miss, which is kind of nice. I don't like how long it takes to reload, actually. That's throwing me off a little bit, but... what was I playing recently? Oh god, it's this song again. Gosh, okay. I wonder if I can pause. Nope, can't pause. Oh, that's fun. It's okay. I'll pause immediately after this. Oh. Initiate the horde. Oh, it's a horde. I guess I should probably trigger that sooner than later. We get goodies. Oh, is this a... What? Is this a harpoon gun? Actually, it, like, turns them into a weird balloon. Oh, that's weird. It turns them into a balloon and then they explode and then die. Okay. I don't actually know if shooting enemies is particularly worthwhile, so I'm just going to run around grabbing as much cash as I can before just piecing. Let's see. Got anything interesting over here? Yes. Why are you gold? Ooh. It's gold because it's really fancy. Okay, grab Jolted. Got an incinerator. Grab that. Let's see. And I'm gonna go for the Pixel Popper. I think the rest of these are just okay. Ally revive speed, don't care. Alright, that's a cool weapon. On one hand, the music is kind of a serious issue, and I, like, need to turn it off. On the other hand, the gameplay is, like, solid. I'll turn it off as soon as we get to the next zone. I should speed it up a little bit, but I'm not really sure how much difficulty scales here. It doesn't seem to scale fast, so maybe you're supposed to play for a while. Oh, there's nothing up here. Alright. Good to go. Okay, so this is just full-on flamethrower. I'm digging the weapon variety. That bit's solid. Okay. Looks like it's still ticking up, but you know what? That's fine. Because, yeah, it's like kind of weird hip-hop, but it's not like good hip-hop. At least for me. It's like the kind of hip-hop that you'd hear in like the back of a store, kind of quietly. If you wanted to be inoffensive. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a chiptunes guy. Of course, now it's decided that it needs to update, so I guess no chiptunes for me. Thanks, Pretzel. I hate it when programs are like, I'm just gonna update regardless of what you're currently up to. I'm gonna have to, yep. Alt-tab, turn it back on. I mean, it's fine. There we go. Alright, so clearly I don't need to mess with too much. Don't want to switch out any of my weapons. I still don't know what you are. Looks like that's in development. And I could increase the difficulty, but mixed feelings. Can I check what my objectives are? Yes, defeat a boss and use my Surge Gauntlet 10 times. Oh. I guess I should start doing that. Okay. Ow. Hello? Okay. Just going to pay to live. I tried taking this head off. Didn't work. Okay, so what is the cooldown on that? Pretty dang long. Yeah. Oh, that costs like nothing. I don't have to worry about that in the slightest. Nope. Are you kidding me? Really? Alright, well. It's fine. This is tragic. I don't know if I'm supposed to have like a jump upgrade or something. Well, Yeah, I can't tell you if I'm supposed to be able to get up there somehow, but it looks like it's outside of my general capability. There are these wires, but it doesn't look like any of them lead me to where I need to or want to go to. Well, I guess I'll go up the side and just kind of shake my fist at that. One thing I will say is I wish the hacks, the upgrades, were a little bit more exciting. I don't necessarily... Oh. I could shake my fist at it. Let's see, Particle Smasher. I'm gonna get rid of the Flamethrower. Not big on Flamethrowers. Never have been. It's a me thing. There's a couple of games with good Flamethrowers, but most of them I find kind of uninspiring. Now am I just supposed to reach the end here? I think so. Where does this take me? Just up? Looks like it. Look, I have to check everything, especially because currently it doesn't seem very hard. Unless there's a time limit at the top, at which point, maybe I should care. Oh, this just brings me back here. Nothing exciting, nothing terrible. Please die, sir. Gotta say, though, the disc shooter is one heck of a standout as far as weapons go. Nice little quadra kill. Of course, I'm almost out of juice, but is to be expected. I am just kind of firing shots left and right. Oh, it just goes away. Oh. I was under the impression I was finding ammo for these things. Or maybe I have no idea. Oh. I mean, I guess it's fine. Okay, there we go. I understand why it has limited ammo. But I was kind of hoping this would be a synthetic situation where you find, like, the really cool gun that you just carry with you for the whole run. But as it stands, now it's just kind of one of those where every gun becomes disposable. What am I thinking of? I've played a couple of games like this. Oh, Going Under had a similar thing. Oh, I'm supposed to destroy that thing. I liked Going Under, but it was one of those where you had a limited amount of items. Let's see. Or not a limited number of items. Let's see. But every item had kind of limited durability, and once it was gone, it was gone. And so it kind of had this, like, feeling of impermanence to it always. Where it's just like, man, I love this gun. Or this weapon. And it's gone. That would explain why they give so many weapons, especially decent ones. But yeah, that really takes off the kind of impact of finding a legendary weapon. I was kind of hoping it would just sort itself out, because it's like, it's kind of roguelike-ish, you know. You find a good weapon on a run, no big deal. It'll be gone for the next run. But now it's kind of more of like a, well, you get to keep it for a bit. Hi. A lot of you guys. Alright. Oh, it's the weird harpoon gun again. Like I said, the weird gun. Now that's stage completed. Do I get to go on to the next one? I keep forgetting to use my... Oh, I'm going up there. I keep forgetting to use my fireball. I'm more of a gun kind of guy when it comes to these games. Do I get to go on to the next stage? Or is it endless? Next stage in a couple. Okay. So, base impressions are, it's fun, it's got a lot of promise. I hope they retool the weapon system. Frankly, I would much prefer it if, like, you had your, like, base archetype guns and you kept finding weapon mods. Some good, some bad, or, you know, like, low tier, high tier, and, you know, maybe one of them gives you a double shot, one of them makes your bullets ricochet, one of them causes enemies to explode, one of them that causes enemies to leave, like, goo puddles behind when they die. You know, just stuff like that. As it stands, having my guns kind of disappear is not necessarily bad so much as just, like, it really does take a lot of the thrill out of, like, finding a good gun now that I know it's like, yeah, but I'm gonna lose it as soon as I've shot X number of enemies with it. And don't get me wrong, yeah, I like literally pumped them to death. That's some vor shit right there. Oh. Yeah, I gotta remember to keep using my fireball. Okay, let's explore around. I'm digging the visuals for these zones, though. Like, whoever was in charge of the art design on this game, like, absolute A+, incredible job. I perseverate on this maybe a little too much, but for me, it's important for a game to have an art style that lasts. You know, I want to, or it's so much easier for me to get invested in a game that's going to look nice in like 5, 10, 20 years. Like, I mean, World of Warcraft doesn't necessarily look that amazing anymore, but even like the old classic stuff still kind of holds up. Compared to like EverQuest 1, which, like, boy, you really have to love EverQuest to really appreciate those visuals. And I mean, like, to some degree, it does kind of loop around. I used to think PlayStation 1 games looked really ugly, and now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, no, actually, they look really nice. There's something kind of neat about that gritty, low-poly attempt at realism with the, like, heavily pixel-based textures and whatnot. It's cool, and I wish more games did it. I am digressing really hard for no general reason. I'm just kind of here. It's good, though. It's the kind of game that, like, I could load up with friends and probably have a decent time. Okay. There we go. I do appreciate that gun from a AoE perspective. I mean, I did say explode and do damage to allies, and that is the weapon right there. It's horrifyingly effective, too. I'm going to send myself into a pit using it, but... oh, this music is very choice for what I'm playing. I don't know. I know why they went for, like, more of a hip-hop feel, because that's a little bit more modern. But there's just something timeless about this kind of music. Kind of chippy club. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just me doing the old man thing. You know, when people load up the Beatles and are like, oh, it's so timeless. And I'm just like, I don't like the Beatles. And then everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. I just don't like them. I don't know. Like, I got really into the Beatles for Across the Universe. I thought that movie was amazing. And the way that they modernized the songs and made them sound really went out of its way to, like, I don't know, it felt great. It felt great in a way that, like, I don't know, regular Beatles just never did to me. I think a lot of it is also sound quality. That, you know, older recordings don't sound quite as sharp. Not taking the lack of enemy variety here. I've seen, what, 2, maybe 3 types? Yeah, there's the explodey dudes. I thought there was like a heavier type of the basic goon. But I ain't seeing it. Or I ain't seeing anything else. Yeah, actually find like a loot chest. But I can probably swing my basic guns just because this game isn't that hard yet. Be nice to find like another baseball bat. Something a little bit better. A couple of like loadout choices would actually go a long way. Like, you know, if you could have dual daggers or like a sword. This is really silly. There we go. I don't see the last guy shooting at me. But I do see that thing. Not be there when that hits. There we go. Seriously, I've got to get another one? I don't have guns anymore. I have baseball bat. I mean, I guess I could just use pistol. It's not like the pistol is that bad. Oh, yeah, there. Boss fight ready. Ooh. Did not realize I was that low on HP. I guess I'm just kind of checking out a bit. Okay. Destroy that. I would like to live first. I guess difficulty 2 is where the new enemies start showing up. But yeah, definitely standing by my desire for not unlimited ammo, but definitely for guns not just disappearing the moment you're out of ammo. At least the basic pistol ain't terrible, but okay. Is there not a single... Okay, there's a chest up here. Let's just restock on what I got. And then close whatever that breach thing is. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that even looks remotely close to chest-like. Enter warp hole, start a boss fight. Sounds good to me. Ow, rude. Oh, what are we up against? Yep. Defeat the CEO. Wow. That fireball move is kind of ridiculous. Oh, he's got some kind of weird thrall ninja thing. Ow. That hurt. Okay, does he get his shields back? Doesn't look like it. Alright. There we go. I was kind of hoping I could charge another fireball before, but it doesn't look like I get that chance. Ow. I think he has one attack pattern, which is explode. Where is he? I don't know. I've lost him. It's kind of a boss fight without immediate impact. He exists. He's annoying. Ah. That's freaky. This. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so it looks like the health kits do kind of come back kind of on their own. Appreciated. Oh. Maybe. Maybe there is ammo, just not for anything above the Bluetooth. Where is he? There you are. Well, he down. And we get a CEO chest. Got anything interesting? The answer is shield charge rate, I guess. Rocket damage, ability damage. Maybe I'm not getting ammo back. I don't know. I'm not sure what the white things that drop are. Now, here's the question. Nope. Okay, so it looks like melee weapons still have unlimited ammo. I wonder if there's higher tier things that do have unlimited. Doesn't look like it. And I have one of these. Nope. Yeah, it's odd. At first I was kind of cool with the idea of, like, not being able to keep your weapons. I think now that I've gotten a little further in, well, I don't know. I think it's the ammo combination thing. But I do kind of wish you could, like, find a gun and keep it permanently, and maybe the power-ups are temporary or something. There's just kind of a sense of impermanence when it comes to, how this is handled. And it doesn't have the immediate staying power that... What would I say? It kind of reminds me of, like, Strange Brigade, maybe. Where it's just like, yeah, you do the level, but... Okay, so... I've got to use my power 3 more times. I've been real bad about that. I could have been done by now. But at the same time, I don't know, this is a decent run length so far. I guess I'm just thinking of, like, Destiny right now and how, you know, I really did get kind of attached to a number of my guns. Many of them did just kind of feel samey after a certain point. But there were a couple that, like, really felt like, this is my gun. And I think I want that kind of feeling, especially with how interesting the weapons are in this game. You know... Oh, it's a laser. I thought it was a rocket launcher, considering it everything. I guess I might as well switch to the baseball bat. Why am I even collecting money? As far as I can tell, it just lets me buy a weapon? Maybe I can afford other things, but it seems like it really doesn't buy me much. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. I know that for sure. Kind of vaguely maze-like. Nope. Guess I'm just here now. Or this is where I came in. Okay, back up we go. Bonk the dude man. Okay, let's try this again. And let's see if I can actually navigate this. A lot of transparent barriers acting as walls is throwing me off real big. I think actually I want to go here. Yeah. Wow, that's a satisfying weapon. Yeah, it definitely reinforces my desire of, like, man, I wish I could keep this for the run and, like, build towards hyper laser. Because oddly enough, there aren't a whole lot of roguelikes that really do the whole, like, here's your weapon, let's turn it into something goofy by the time we're done, you know, done with this run. I mean, kind of. I guess, Actually, no, not a whole lot of gun modding. Okay. Now, realistically, I've already completed my objective. I could keep going, but well, all my side objectives. I could keep going, but let's just farm some fireballs. As far as I can tell, these guys are functionally infinite until I do the objective. So I should be utilizing that. It's also kind of chugging here. It does not like the fact that this run's been going on a little long. There we go. So, how many kills do we think it is? 10? It's probably 10 kills per weapon charge, give or take. I guess I should start doing this, just because we're here. Curious if I actually have to hit with the surge. That was a headshot? Fair. A little bit left. It's odd. Playing this with the quests. I apologize if I come off as hypercritical. It's, this is an early access game, and I find well, I have no idea if the developers even care. But I'm a give feedback kind of person, whether or not anybody's actually listening. Mainly just because, I don't know. I might as well say it. Of course, now I've, like, totally forgotten what this... Oh, right. I think about this sometimes when it comes to rewards in video games. There we go. I'm just gonna run for a hot second. Now, can I just leave? It says I can just leave, maybe? It said I could leave previously, but I wasn't really sure how that... what they meant by that. So I'll just finish this section and hopefully that changes it, or changes it. It just ends. Because I think I'm just supposed to finish my primary objective and then go from there. Maybe. But, you know, currently you're supposed to do these side quests to unlock... As far as I can tell, leveling gives you extra abilities like the fireball, which is, like, neat. And then you also get clothing for the optional objectives. Which I get. Makes sense. Not a bad idea. Doesn't look like I've got any hacks in there, but at this point, maybe I don't need them. Oh, it's not the exit. We're not done. Well, do we want to just try ending run and see if I get to keep it? And the answer is yes, I do actually just get to keep all of my side quest progress. So really, these runs can go on forever, and there's no real feeling of loss as long as you finish all of your objectives. That does also mean that playing past completing your objectives is largely meaningless. I think it just unlocks more tickets, and that's about it. I'm not entirely sure if there's an upper limit to the amount of tickets that you can get. The meter we're going to see in a bit does kind of imply that there might be an upper limit. I have no idea what levels do. I frankly have no clue. I'm level 6, and I seemingly have unlocked nothing unless it's specifically unlocked, like, another fireball move or something to that extent. Anyway, so this is just going to be taking a look at the cosmetic store, and this is the real progression system of the game. You grind for tickets. We got 2,000 from that last run, so frankly, it's going to take about half an hour to get 2,000 tickets, so about an hour to pick up any one of those skins. So ballparking this, averaging it all out, maybe 20,000 tickets. So you'd have to play, what, 5 hours to unlock everything on a given... Is it a day or is it a week? I don't remember. I'm sure you can also get it to go a lot faster if you're on higher difficulties. But I'm kind of mixed bag with that kind of incentive system. I'd almost prefer random cosmetic drops as opposed to, like, a shop. Or maybe just on top of the shop. You know, you get the tickets, but then just runs just randomly give you skins as well. I'm also just not as big of a fan of the whole you don't get to keep your guns as I thought I was going to be. Originally, I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. You find a cool gun and use it for a run, and then, yeah, we just unlocked her outfit. I like it how she's like, take my clothes. It's like, what? That's alright. Anyway, but, yeah, I wish that you got to keep that gun and use it for the course of the run and upgrade it in some kind of meaningful way. Because as it stands, the lack of ownership just feels kind of like a disconnect, and I don't like that as much. Oh well. It's still kind of a neat style. I love the visual design that went into this game. Like, whoever was in charge of the art direction, absolutely, like, S tier. And, well, it's got a little bit of that, you know, kind of Fortnite thing going on. I don't mind too much. So, I guess I should probably say that Arcadegeddon is available on the Epic Games Store for 20 bucks. I'm not sure if it's worth it yet, is the main thing. It's also available on the PlayStation, but as a shooter, I generally never recommend those on consoles, just because. But, I just... like, I'd rather play Risk of Rain 2 at this point. That isn't to say that this is bad, it doesn't match up currently, and it doesn't have enough unique flavor. This is something I talk about with roguelikes a lot, that they really need that special sauce to stand out, and this one doesn't have a special sauce, other than the aesthetic. The music, I guess, and, you know, the slightly more fellow kids-ishness. Some of the guns are actually, like, really cool, and I appreciate them. I just wish I got to keep them. Anywho, I will say it is early access, so there's a decent chance they will be able to inject a lot more special sauce into the formula, and really make this something special over the course of development. And so, as such, I will probably be back to this game in maybe 3, 6, 12 months, something like that, to take another look, see if it's any good, and then, yeah, keep coming back until it's done. So for now, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new indie games, hit subscribe, because I am here to check out as many and all of them as I can. So with that, thanks for watching, see you next time.